Family. Hey, my show and tell is going to be a tell instead of a show, and I'm going to tell you my theories on time travel. To start off, I can travel through time, but there are conditions. I can only travel forward and only at a constant rate of 1 second per 1 second. So I will travel 1 year into the future starting now, but it's going to take me 1 year to get there. Oh, we all travel through time. So good. So I'm going to explain why I believe time travel will never happen, other than the joke I just explained. So first of all, time is not something you can manipulate. You can't stop time. You can't speed up time or reverse time. Not in that way, because time is a measurement. You don't adjust the measurement. You can manipulate the object it's measuring. Like, I can make something longer and shorter, but that doesn't change what a meter is. I'm not manipulating meters. So that's kind of like time. And so to explain that a little bit more, if I were to stop time, the idea of that is that all movement stops. All growth and decay and change stops. But that has nothing to do with the seconds of a clock getting able to stop that. So with the idea of that, there's two ways to travel through time, in the stories at least. Reverse, go back in time, or go forward in time. I guess stop it. And so in order to make reversal of time happen, what you would have to do is you'd have to get all movement and all growth and decay to trigger an exact reversal, except for the thing that you're traveling through time. That would stay the same, while volcanoes would unerupt, dead people would raise back from the dead. Anything someone learned and adjusted their brain, it would be unlearned and adjusted back. Planets would rotate backwards and all that stuff to bring them to a certain point where everything was back to normal except for that object that was traveling through time. So like in Back to the Future, the DeLorean, and I don't think man is capable of creating something that can do that. Or to travel forward in time, they'd have to increase the speed, increase the movement and growth and decay of everything, except for that object that is traveling forward in time, which I don't think man can do. So that's one reason why I don't think it's possible. There's not like, oh, if we can only harness the power of time, then we can alter it. No, it's a measurement. You can't do that. You'd have to adjust everything, and that's not going to happen. That's way beyond us. And even if we could reverse stuff, like Superman apparently ran around the world the wrong way to get it to turn the wrong way, to go back in time to save Lois Lane. If man created a way to stop the Earth spinning the direction it is and reverse the spin, I don't think we would all be like a VCR and just be out, not be able to control ourselves and go back in time. I don't think that would happen. So I love stories of time travel. That's why I've thought so much about this. Is I love the way it's depicted in different movies and books. I'm like, man, it's fascinating. But there's one way that's depicted I do not like it, and that is like in Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. If you've never read it or seen the movie, I'm going to spoil it for you, so stop. But when Harry, I'm just going off the movie, I haven't read the book in a while. They're in Hagrid's cabin shack thing, and someone throws something through the window, and they're like, what? Who threw that? Oh no, Ministry's coming to kill Buckbeak. Get out of here. And then they hear something behind them, and then someone summons a Patronus. Like, who did that? And then, as they go forward in time, Hermione has a device that reverses time, and so Harry and her travel back and realize, oh, I'm the one that threw it through the window. Let me make sure I do that. Oh, I made this noise. Oh, I summoned the Patronus to save myself. I do not like that, because that initial time, before they had traveled back in time, how is there a copy of Harry already throwing something through the window? That implies that there's an infinite loop with no beginnings and ends of different copies of different time zones, whatever. And I just hate the idea of that. So, there you go. last thing I want to bring in is the power of God, because I do believe God can do anything. And so I think he could create a time machine or do his powers to have something travel through time so it stays constant while everything reverses real fast or everything moves forward real fast. But I think it falls under the category of things God can do but won't do. Just like he can take away our agency, but he won't take away our agency because he'd cease to be God. And the reason is because the gospel is all about growth and change, and even if we make mistakes, rather than reversing time and fixing them, the atonement was performed to redeem us from those falls. And so I think especially the unlearning required to travel back in time is not God's way of doing things. So I don't think he would do it. And but I do think, people have seen visions of the future, have seen visions of the past. I don't consider that time travel, but they are able to see a future time or past time. So that I do believe in. And, fun little fact, I do believe in teleportation. Because in the Bible, make it sound pretty much like Philip, Jesus, and in the Book of Mormon, Nephi, son of Helaman, that while in mortality, they teleported, which is pretty cool. Anyway, there was a lot more I had to slim down. First time I filmed this, it was over 8.5 minutes long. So I cut it down for you. But while time travel may be possible, I don't believe it'll ever happen. So I don't think men can get to that point, and I don't think God will do it. Love you guys. Oh, and I will show you something, just because you guys are all like, we love babies. Here's a little Maddie, not wanting to sleep, so she got a rock in her swing while I did that. Oh, so precious.